Have you ever looked at a kingfisher diving for a fish and thought, that would make a great train? No? Well, someone did. And that, my curious friends, is the story of biomimicry. It's the silent revolution that's been happening right under our noses, and beaks and fins. Welcome to the thrilling, slightly bizarre world where nature is the CEO and humanity is the eternally confused intern. So, what exactly is biomimicry? It's basically Mother Nature's ultimate "I told you so." For millions of years, she's been running the world's most successful research and development lab. She solved problems we haven't even invented yet. And now we, the clever humans who just figured out how to put wheels on a suitcase, are finally taking notes. It's like finding the universe's ultimate cheat sheet. Let's start with the big one, the poster child of biomimicry, velcro. Back in the 40s, a Swiss engineer named Georges de Mestral went for a walk with his dog. When he got home, he was covered in burrs. Instead of just being annoyed like a normal person, he looked at them under a microscope. He saw tiny hooks that snagged onto the loops in his trousers and his dog's fur. And boom, Velcro was born. A multi-million-dollar industry, all thanks to a plant's desperate attempt to spread its seeds on an unsuspecting poodle. Nature is persistent, and a little clingy. But it gets weirder, and way cooler. Remember our Kingfisher train? Japan's Shinkansen bullet train used to be incredibly loud. Every time it exited a tunnel, of which there are many in hilly Japan, it created a sonic boom that would shatter windows and startle pigeons for miles. Not ideal. So, an engineer, who also happened to be a birdwatcher, had a brainwave. He noticed how a kingfisher dives into water with barely a splash. They redesigned the front of the train to mimic the kingfisher's beak. The result? The train was quieter, 10% faster, and used 15% less electricity. The pigeons of Japan could finally relax, all because a bird wanted lunch. Think about a lotus leaf. Water just rolls right off it, taking dirt with it. It's the ultimate self-cleaning surface. Scientists saw this and created paints and materials that do the same thing. Imagine a world where you never have to wash your car again. You just have to wait for it to rain. And maybe avoid parking under any birds, especially well-fed birds. Or what about termites? We see them as tiny, wood-eating chaos agents. But in Africa, their mounds are architectural marvels. They maintain a nearly constant temperature inside, even when the outside temperature swings wildly. How? A complex system of vents. Architects in Zimbabwe copied this design to build an entire office building, the Eastgate Center. It uses less than 10% of the energy of a conventional air-conditioned building. So next time you see a termite, maybe don't immediately call the exterminator. Instead, ask it for some AC advice. Just don't let it near your floorboards. Even sharks have something to teach us, besides how to look intimidating. Shark skin isn't smooth. It's covered in tiny, tooth-like scales called denticles. These create a low-pressure vortex as the shark swims, reducing drag and preventing bacteria from latching on. This has inspired everything from faster swimsuits to hospital surfaces that resist superbugs. That's right, we are literally fighting bacteria with the power of sharks. Hollywood, take note. This is the spin-off we need. And it's not just animals, it's the whole system. We're looking at how forests manage resources and creating industrial ecosystems, where one company's waste is another's raw material. A closed-loop system, just like in nature. Except with more spreadsheets and fewer squirrels. Though I think every board meeting could be improved with more squirrels. Now you might be thinking, this is all well and good, but can I get a gecko-inspired phone case that sticks to the wall so I can watch videos in the shower? Yes, well, not yet, but they're working on it. Gecko feet are covered in millions of microscopic hairs that use van der Waals forces to stick to almost any surface. Geckos can move across vertical surfaces and even across polished glass ceilings. The complex structure of their feet also provides another property, hydrophobicity. The foot repels water and dirt, allowing the gecko to move quite well even on wet surfaces. Scientists are desperately trying to replicate this, creating adhesives that are strong, reusable, and leave no residue. Imagine being able to just stick your TV to the ceiling. The possibilities are endless and slightly terrifying. Of course, for every brilliant success, there are probably a few learning experiences. I imagine the early days were rough. Okay, team, we're going to build a flying machine based on a chicken. What could possibly go wrong? Or, I've designed this new submarine based on a sponge. It's incredibly absorbent. It's a process. But the beautiful thing about biomimicry is that it forces us to change our perspective. Instead of seeing nature as a resource to be plundered, we see it as a mentor to be respected. A library of 3.8 billion years of genius. We're not just copying nature, we're learning from its principles. Principles like sustainability, efficiency, and resilience. Nature doesn't do waste. Everything is recycled. Every problem has a solution that has been tested over millennia. The silent revolution is this. We're finally starting to listen. We're realizing that the most advanced technology isn't in a lab in Silicon Valley. It's in the forest, in the ocean, in the garden. It's in the spiral of a seashell, the structure of a beehive, and the way a fly's eye works. So the next time you're out in nature, look a little closer. That spider web isn't just a Halloween decoration. It's a material stronger than steel by weight. That mushroom isn't just a pizza topping. It's part of a network that acts as nature's internet. And that weird bug you've never seen before? It might just hold the key to the next great human invention. Just maybe don't bring it inside. My experience with birds tells me that's a bad idea. We've spent centuries trying to conquer nature, to bend it to our will. Now, we're finally learning that it's much smarter to ask for its advice. The future of design isn't about creating something from nothing. It's about seeing the genius that's been all around us, all along. And maybe, just maybe, giving a polite nod to the kingfisher, the termite, and the humble bird that started it all. Thanks for watching our little dive into the natural world of design. If you are watching this video on your phone or TV attached to the glass wall of your shower stall, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the weird and wonderful. See you next time.